Good morning everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot. I'm sorry I was not here last week. It was a big week, very busy, and had my grandchild's first birthday, and it just got very hectic during the week. So we'll have a look and see what's going on in the collective. It's very topsy-turvy energy. A lot of people are experiencing a lot of emotional highs and lows. I have not been the exception. It has been particularly dark some days, but excuse me. But I'm hoping, but with all these eclipse energies that are happening, it's no wonder really that we're all going through it. I mean, we cannot, nothing. All of this must be resolved so that we can shift into a higher dimension and a higher frequency. So, you know, we're just going to have to ride the wave until all of this does settle down. And hopefully it won't be too much longer. But at the moment we are clearing a lot of what is no longer needed. And a lot of us also stepping into our power as well, especially for the feminines especially. Moving into a completely different ionosphere. It's kind of like stepping into high priestess energies, which will then move us into these empress energies. At the moment, the high priestess energies are needed to come forth, cut through a lot of the bullshit, cut through a lot of the darkness so that the light can pierce through. And it can lead to a lot of heartbreak as well as we're going through these energies, as we're clearing out what is no longer needed. But at the same time, it is shifting us into a higher frequency. Okay. So yes, as I've said in the past, we've got these five of air conflicting energies that are really causing a lot of friction. But those friction type energies are literally moving us, moving those energies out, causing friction, causing all sorts of kind of uncomfortable energies to move themselves out of our system. As I've always said, as within, so without, as above, so below. So whatever you are seeing in your outer world is just a projection of what is going on in your inner world. So if you are actually witnessing conflict on an outer level, then then that is actually unresolved conflict that you are not dealing with on an inner level. And then, but for me, it's kind of like being triggered by an outer event, then having to do the work within to shift those darker energies out, those triggering energies out, and heal them. And I think for a lot of us that's what's going on at the moment with these eclipse type energies. And it's requiring a lot of us to go into hermit energies to actually do the inner work and to heal what any kind of wounds that may come up for us. Sleepless nights have been a bit of a thing for a lot of us because there's a lot of stress build up as we, shift these energies out. King of Fire. So that's what's hidden, is this energy that is about taking action on those healing energies that are trying to come through, and taking action on the triggers that have triggered us into releasing a lot of these darker energies, having to look at things as an observer instead of being caught up in it. It is very easy to get caught up in these negative energies or perceived negative energies. I never ever look at as feelings or energies as negative or positive, because I feel that it is literally energy, and it can sometimes come in the form of trapped energy if we hold on to things, which can cause all sorts of, perceived things like bitterness and all that sort of stuff, and resentment, when in actuality it literally is just energy that is trapped and needing some sort of movement. And that is exactly what the King of Wands is about. It's about moving into those masculine energies of doing instead of being, and taking action on those energies that are making us feel uncomfortable, and resolving them once and for all, and shifting them out of our system. We have transformation, as I've said. So that is the challenge, to actually shift these triggered energies, these trapped energies, and to transmute them and to create some form of transformation in all of us. And as this begins to happen, this is actually happening on a collective level. These eclipse energies are literally having that effect where it literally is stirring us up and stirring up old emotions, old wounds, old hurts that need to come to the fore and be removed and transformed. And that's exactly what is going on. And this is on a collective level. It is happening for each and every single one of us on some level, on any level. For all of us, it's different. But just be aware that this is a collective energy. This is not, you're not alone. We are all going through these massive transformations, but it is going to lead to transmutation. It is going to lead to transformation. Waiting for our ships to come in, but also to the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups, in the original sense, is literally about walking away. And some of us may have to walk away from sometimes broken dreams, broken promises, and all those sorts of things that have been stagnant for way too long, and heartbreak, and having to actually move away from all of that and move into something higher that is more about empowerment and individual empowerment. And as we become more empowered within our own psyches and in our own feeling centers, what then happens is it transforms into something else, and it is a much more empowered, independent, emotionally independent energy. We have the message of water, too, which is about the Knight of Cups. So this is actually about, if anyone comes to you with a cup of love and in kindness, then, you know, it's up to you whether or not you will take it or not. Being in an empowered state, it's also too a good idea. The Knight of Cups is a very loving type of energy, and in the original form it is literally giving you a wish of some kind. But I feel like in this instant, it's really about making new wishes for yourself. If old contracts have been broken, then make new ones for yourself. And then we'll be able to move forward with some sort of resolution in a way. And the Three of Fire here, of course, Three of Wands. So that's kind of like a contemplative energy, kind of making plans, but not really knowing exactly where we're going. But I feel like this is a very peaceful energy, because once you come through the tribulation of the eclipse energies and the darkness, you do come into a sense of lightness and a sense of peace. And I feel like that's exactly what we are transforming into on the collective, but also too within our own psyches as well. Yeah, so we'll have one more look and see if there's anything else. Nine of Water. So this is about transmutation and transformation, this whole reading, about going within and becoming as emotionally independent as we possibly can, more empowered, more enlightened, as we remove darkness and transmute these darker energies into light and love. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. I shall see you anon. Bye for now.